What is going on, boys? Welcome to my new GM mode. I feel like Vancouver, pardon, it was starting to get old, and I didn't upload one in a month, so I was like, you know what? Let's start a new one. And for this GM mode, let me just show you the settings at first. 15-year GM mode, just because I feel like I want to see those prospects getting to max potential. 3 difficulty medium. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, medium. We're gonna live with medium. Salary cap, of course, on. Starting roster current, because I made some changes that I'm gonna show you in a couple of seconds. No fantasy draft. Let's just make sure that this is off, just because. And here's the setting we're gonna change. Season tiebreak, we're gonna put continuous OT. And for one reason, just because I like when there's more points by players in the season, and I feel like prospect can get better grade when you put that. Just because a 5-minute OT is great, but I feel like, you know what? Let's just put continuous OT, because I've played a lot of GM mode, and I don't like when the top scorer has 82 points. I want to see one grade, one again 5-point season. So I'm sorry if you don't like that, but I feel like it's more enjoyable when you see realistic stats, and for that reason, this is not gonna change a lot of things. This is just gonna add a bit of ice time to player and a bit of points to the player. So we're gonna keep 1 point if they lost in overtime, but let's just put continuous OT. So that is it for the settings. 15 years, superstar. We're not gonna play any games. So yeah, and what I did with the roster is that I sim a year of GM, not in this one, in another one, and I look at the stats of the player, and if they were reasonable and realistic, then I didn't change the overall player. But if they weren't, like Chicago, Canada had 53 points, so I was like, alright. So players who got stats that weren't realistic, I upgrade the overall a bit, but I did that for, let me count that real quick, around 45 players, and when I boosted them out, it was 1 and 2 in each category, and 1 and 2 in a shot, if I feel like it was missing some goals. So you guys may agree with that, you may not. I just want to try to make a most realistic GM mode as possible. So you guys may agree, you guys may don't. I hope you do, because I feel like it's way funnier and way more enjoyable that way. So we're gonna pick the Montreal Canadiens. I know it's a great team, but this is my team, and I've never did a GM mode with the Montreal Canadiens. You know, at first GM mode was like, alright, let me try to make Edmonton playoff team. Let me try to make the Maple Leafs team playoff team. But now I just want to see, because Montreal is a great team right now, but they need some change for the next 2 or 3 years, and they're still with a young core, but with some old guys that maybe need to move away. So Montreal is going to need a team build, not a team build, but a rebuild, kind of a rebuild in 2 or 3 years. So I was like, you know what, let's do the Habs. And the main reason is that this is my favorite team. I'm from Montreal, I'm a Habs fan, so I feel like if I like the team, it's gonna be more enjoyable for you guys, and I want to entertain you as best as I can. So we're just gonna pick the Habs. GM skills, we can let's just stick to medium, and yes, computer will fix team. So yeah, as I go to your players that I modify here, a lot of players were from Chicago. Taves, Kane, Sharp, Osa, all had under 60 points. I was like, alright, let me boost their overall a bit. In Montreal, I boost a bit Galchenyuk, Pacioretty, Vanek, and Bourneval, just because it was 74 overall. So I was like, you know what, might make him at least an 80 overall, since he's playing on the team right now. And let me just call that the Habs. Alright, so yeah, that is pretty much it. Giroux had 47 points. I was like, what the hell is that? So yeah, so this is it. Let me show you what change I made with the Habs. It's really small change and all, but I feel like it's needed change. When I see my GMO with the Montreal Canadiens, Patrick had 73 points. I was like, no, it's not 70, 53 points. I was like, alright, I mean, he had almost 40 goals this year, so I'm gonna improve his shot a little, make him a 90 shot, and so yeah. And same with Vanek, and at 52 points. I don't remember exactly his stats, so I'm making his shot a bit better. And I 93. So and yeah, and Galchenyuk, I made him 4.5 green stars. And I think I boosted his overall of 1, just because he played like he plays like 14 minutes a game, and every time I watch him play, I feel like he's the best player on the ice, offensively, especially. So I was like, you know what? I think he deserves to be a 4.5 green stars potential, and that's pretty much it. No big change here. Bouillon made him an 82, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, goalie didn't change anything. So we're gonna go with the abs. I'm gonna cut the video right here. You guys may write in the comment what change you want to see for the Montreal Canadiens. And yeah, so this was just like a setup video, tell you what the new GM is gonna be, tell you the settings and all. So I hope you guys are hyped for this GM mode. I know I am. And yeah, so stay tuned for the beginning of the season and a couple of trades, because I love making trades. So maybe a couple of trades, and the first part of the season is gonna be out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And as always, have a good day, boys.